Hi guys, my name is Wayne. Welcome to our Winning Easy preview for Ipswich Cup Day, one of the big days of the Queensland Winter Carnival. I'm doing my own preview. Dan and I couldn't get together this week. I just wanted to give Dan a massive rap. He had a sensational day last Saturday, Stradbroke Day, plenty of winners, Under the Louvre, Cradle Me, Quinellas, Hofgarden. He done a sensational job and we're a team and he definitely carried us last week. Wasn't one of my best days, I'm first to admit, and a very tough day. Dan was able to find some nice winners and I was left scratching my head. So I plan to make amends today hopefully, but geez, it's a tough card. Ipswich Cup Day always is, and it hasn't got any easier this year. Alright, so we'll get off in the first, race 1, and we're going with number 9, Court Star here. Bradley Stewart now, he's one of the most talented jockeys I reckon in Australia. When Bradley's switched on mentally, there's not too many more naturally gifted riders than Brad. And he's got down to 54.5 for this horse, which is a big key in my opinion. When you see Bradley getting down to close to the limit, you know he's obviously very keen and gives them a big chance there. He was a very impressive winner 2 starts ago. And last start, Lord Mayor's Cup, he was just outclassed that way for age. Around Ipswich, are expecting to go forward and give him some cheek here to beat number 12, Explosive One, who has good form at the track and actually beat Court Star 3 runs ago. 11 and 5, third and fourth in a tough race to start the day. Race 2, well, it's a 3-year-old over the 1350 metres, and the form for me just really stood out was the Toppy. And no, he's got 59, he gets the 1.5 kilo claim here from Luke Dibman, which helps. And I just think his form's superior. He's Class 4 winner 3 starts ago the coast, very impressive. Then he ran a sensational race in the Gold Coast Guineas. The form out of that has been really strong. And then last start in the listed Queensland Day Stakes, he just wanted to over race a bit. We're hoping there's a bit of genuine speed here because he's drawn 9 and he's up to 1350 and he won't be able to over race like he did last start. But I think at Ipswich, from that start, they really do stretch out, and I expect him to just go back, slot in, and I expect him to just be too good for him at the finish. So 1 to beat number 5, In His Stride, who you know I've been tipping as a roughie and giving big chances in a lot harder races. This is a massive drop in grade, and I said he will win one at massive odds. And tomorrow could be the day. He's still around the $26-30 mark, and like I said, this is lengths easier than some of the races he has been running in. So definitely put him in for your Quinellas. Number 2 and 10 for third and fourth for me, but I think the Toppy just has class on his side, and Toby's got him going really well. Race 3 is for the 2-year-olds, only a small field, and here we've got a roughie here. I think he's one of the roughies of the day on a tough race day, as I said. Number 5, Alisac, from the David Murphy stable. Now this one that made it on debut at big odds, very impressive. Their next start was just outclassed. But his run last start in the 900 at the coast was a really good run. He was wide all the way from that shoot start, and he kept hitting the line. And I expect Tegan from barrier 4. I expect this horse to jump, and I expect it to nearly lead. And I reckon it will give some cheeky like it did on debut. To beat numbers 4, 3, 2, the 4 and the 3 are currently the equal favourites, and both coming off Ipswich maiden wins, as my selection did. They haven't raced since though. And if I'm drawing a form line through those 2 wins and the horse I tipped Alisac on debut, I can't see much difference there, and I think $34 is a really nice each way odds. Race 4 we have is the Class 6 1100. Well, this is always a big field every year, and I think most years you want a horse storming home. So I think number 12, Code Noir from the Matt Dunn stable. It's only had 3 starts for 2 wins. It's very talented, this horse, and I expect from barrier 13 to just go back, slot in, and swoop down the outside. It'd be way too good. It was a Saturday winner as his second start in the race, so it made the gigantic leap from a maiden up to the Saturday class of 1. Then he ran another good race on the Saturday class and got tipped out. The only thing is he hasn't got a jockey on, so I don't know if Maddie's thinking of scratching him or not, but if he runs, I think it'll be very hard to beat. If he doesn't run, I think number 8 Desert General is the one here, who will be my second selection. From barrier 1, I think he'll get the soft run and he'll get the break to the top of the straight and be really hitting the line. And to beat numbers 1 Apple Thief, his win last start was, geez, it was a soft win. He just came down the outside and yeah, it's just a really, really impressive win, and I had to put him in even though he's drawn barrier 18, but you know he's going to get back. If he can get a bit of luck in the way he hit the line last time, I say he's going to be right on the finish again for the Brian Guy stable, who's celebrating Eagle Ways winning the Derby last week. Well done, Brian. And number 16 for Fourth Crossroad, Paddy Cunningham, bringing him up. Really good, consistent horse this, and Jody Worley takes the 3 kilos off in barrier 2. I think that's a big thing. So 12, 8, 1, 6 there, but if the 12 don't run, obviously number 8, Desert General, becomes my on top selection. Race 5 is the Provincial Series Stayers Final. It's been a good concept, good prize money, $100,000 race. Tough race though, I don't know if you want to be selling your house in it on any of these, but I'm going number 15, Outstrip, for the Brad Hearn stable, Rick McMahon. Good record at the track and good record with his track and distance, and he's drawn barrier 14 now. He's a back marking horse. Now what I'm expecting here, and I'm thinking Rick hopefully can make the move, is I expect when they get in the back straight is that one of these makes a lightning move at the back straight, and I believe as we see often, and it's happening more and more, these average bunch of stayers, who's not much between them, whoever makes that move first and gets the others off the bit, usually 9 out of times out of 10 lately, keeps going. And I expect Outstrip to be that horse. I think he's capable of doing that. In the alley, he's going to be off the fence and he should get a nice run. And he likes Ipswich. So if he can get to the front from the 600 from home, I think he'll take something to catch to run him down. To beat number 6, Coastal Jam, who's another one that's running really well. And it's a bit of a similar thing. Draw wide, and I think Bobby can make a move in the back straight if he wants to. And also number 12, Jimmy Hoffa, from the Bevan Lemming stable. Ex-Kiwi horse, who I think is taking a few runs to get fit, and I think he's ready now. And obviously a lot of these would have been set for this, with a very good prize being on. So I expect a big improvement number 12. And number 8 for 4th, Canongate, Brian Smith stable. He's kept a bit of freshness in his legs up to the 2200. We know Brian's a master trainer of stays, so I expect him to be in the finish as well. But I'm going a bit of value, number 15, Outstrip. I don't think you want to be taking anything short in this race, that's for sure. A lot of luck and riding tactics, I believe, will be the key. The main one of the day, Ipswich Cup. It's been run by some great horses over the years. It's always a fascinating race. I think there's only a couple of chances. I'm going, and I think he's one of the best bets of the day. I'm going to go number 3, Worthy Cause. Now, he was my best bet of the day last week in the Wayne Wilson. Now, he ran 5th. He got beat 3 lengths from Hofgarden. I got no doubt. I didn't have a good day tipping, but this should have won. I know Dan tipped the winner, but this was a very, very average ride for Luke Dittman. And to be honest, some of his rides on him lately have been average. And I think hence the reason why they've got Bobby Alyssa on. They've replaced him, because I have to admit I've been very critical of Luke's rides. I mean, I thought, last week was a very average ride. I've got no doubt in my mind I should have won. And I think he's done well, this horse. I think he's really racing well. He's just overdue for a win. He gets a bit of luck here. And up to the 2150, which might be a bit of a concern, but I do think he's also racing like he wants a bit further than the mile 1800. So I think it's a good time to give him a crack. But I think he will be very hard to beat. To beat number 2, Morris, I think it's just he's the favourite. I think it's just an obvious Quinella. I think they're class, and I think they'll be too good. This horse was running the Doomben Cut last start, was sensational. Number 6, Instrumentalist. Nice, one of those old, consistent, tough war horses. Never runs a bad race. Has earned his connections $460,000. That's what you want for a horse. And just never runs a bad race. Number 5, Jumbo Prince. Once again, he was in the same race as Worthy Cause. He was out the back and sort of stayed there. I can't see obviously turn the tables Worthy Cause, but his run's been really good, and up to the 2150 will suit. Jimmy Byrne, he's an Ipswich specialist and also an Ipswich Cup specialist, so looking to add another one to the mantelpiece. So I'm going really confident Worthy Cause. If you can run the trip, I think you'll win. Just saying that, some of the horses backing out Eagle Farm, that track really played differently last week. Obviously the first few races, they all want to get inside and it really chopped up bad and they were getting the outside. So I think some horses who ran last week didn't run so good and got beat a fair way, and then we saw a lot of wide margins in the big features. I think you might just need to put a pen through that and just take on trust. The other feature today is the famous Eyeliner Stakes over the 1350 metres. A great race, a time-honoured race as well. Won by some many great horses over the years, including Mighty Kingdom and some other great horses over the years. What a horse he was, Mighty Kingdom. There's no Mighty Kingdoms in this field, but a really honest, tough war horse as well. We're going to go number 6, Timeless Prince. His runs have been really good. He takes a couple of runs to come together, as we know, and then he really hits his peak and holds it. His last up, he was in the QTC Cup last week, Eagle Farm. It was a really good run. Like I said, it was a lot better run than it looked on paper. I think this is the type of race he's been set for. This is his level, and I think he's got his name written all over this. To beat number 7, Trubia, who's been running really well, the local. He's got barrier 1. This is his chance. He's currently the favourite, and he's coming out of the QTC Cup as well. I can't see him turning the tables on Timeless Prince from last week, to be honest. And so for that reason, I have to put Timeless Prince on top. Number 8, Daphne out for 3rd. This is another war horse. This is one of Dan's sort of favourite war horses. 56 starts, 15 wins, 10 seconds, 6 thirds. He just travels all over Queensland. He's in North Queensland one week, he's down the southeast the next. He raced at Mackay last start. Before that, he was at the Sunny Coast. He's just one of those horses you never leave out, and I think this is the type of race he'll be very hard to beat in, and he's on the limit here. And number 9, Time of Plunder. I think this horse has been set for this. I think I would like to see a bit of rain come. There's plenty of rain predicted to hit on Sunday, but whether it gets to Ipswich tomorrow, time will tell. But I think this horse is ready to really run a bottle of a race as well. So we're going 6, 7, 8, 9. I think Timeless Prince, he's just a real good war horse, and you know that when you back him, you're going to get a great sight of for your money. The last of the day is the Gay Waterhouse Classic, and obviously Gay's got Echo Girl in here, dropping grade. We've got the favourite at the moment, Scarlet Billows. Now, I don't know what to make of her run. Her run in the Doomben 10,000 was very average. Her run before then, the Sangster was average, but they're both Group 1. So the drop in grade and Darren Weir persevering with her says a lot. But in my opinion, I have to go number 3, Sloth. This is just another super honest mare. Winner of a couple $100,000. Now, barrier 13 might look a bit of an issue, but I think it actually might suit this mare because I think it gives Terry Trishaw plenty of options, and I expect them to go back here, and they'll be sweeping come the last, I believe, at Ipswich. So we'll go number 3, Slots, who's coming out of the Dane Ripper Stakes race last week. Be very hard to beat, and like I said, don't worry about the Eagle Farm run last week, forget that. So 3 to beat 5, Lucky News. I expect this to run a lot better race at massive odds. Give some cheek out in front. To beat number 2, Echo Girl, Gay trying to win her own race, will be Prime. And number 7, Blueberry Hill for 4th. Running well, deserves a win. They might have to drop back in grade if she doesn't win here. My best bets are Always Sacred, race 2, and Worthy Cause, race 6. And the roughie of the day, I'll go Outstrip and Alisac. Tough day. I really got my fingers crossed so I can get back in the winner's circle for you guys and all our fans. Dan will put some tips up. Thank you for your support. We really have got a lot of feedback lately and getting a lot of new likes, and so keep spreading the word. And all the best, and we'll be back next week, Dan and I, to preview the final Group 1 of the year, the Tats Tiara at Eagle Farm. All the best, guys. Thank you.